What's going on, Straight Talk About Life listeners? I appreciate all of you for joining me on today. If you're listening to me at 6 a.m. on the Feel the Beat web radio station, thank you so much for getting up so early to support me. If you're listening to me on any of my other platforms, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and TikTok. If you're listening to me on any of those platforms, I thank you so much for joining me, for pressing that play button, for giving me a chance. Um, if you're new here, welcome. I keep my podcast positive. I speak about positive things. I motivate, uplift, and encourage people. Um, so you're not gonna come over here and get any negativity. Um, I research certain things. Sometimes I do episodes on certain issues. I also give you all the chance to email me and let me know what you want to hear. If you want me to do an episode on a certain topic, you want me to research something and go into detail about it, then feel free to email me KIMIJO774 and I'll be sure to get back with you. Please allow me at least one day to respond to the emails. I want you all to make sure that you are being gracious, you're being humble, you're being thankful every single day that you wake up and you put your feet on the floor. It's another day to get it right. Another blessed day that you were given. So appreciate each breath, each second that you have here. Appreciate the time that you have with your family. Also, appreciate your ancestors, the people that have already gone on before you. Appreciate them as well. And of course, appreciate the Most High because nothing is possible without the Most High. Never forget that. But I want you all to continue to spread love, continue to walk in love. Always show love to people. Always be in a receiving state so that you can receive love back. If people are trying to love on you, don't push them away. Receive that love. So sometimes people just don't know how to receive love. Also, sometimes people think that people have motives because they're actually showing genuine love. Like, when the love is genuine. Sometimes we may be confused. I'm guilty of being confused a time or two and thinking that I was in love, but honestly, that's not what that was. It was me being blinded by appearance, lust, and I had those things confused with love, genuine love. And sometimes when you want love so, so badly, you will get it confused. You know, you'll think that is love, but it's actually not. But the first love is self love. You can't possibly begin to spread love, show love, tell someone you love them. You can't do any of that if you don't love yourself. Self love is so powerful. And I've spoken about this before, but it took me a while to get it right because what I thought was self love was not. When you have self love, certain things that go on, you won't allow it to. Certain places that you go, you won't go there. When you have self love, everything is different. It's like you're looking at the world through a different lens. And some people actually never get it. They never really develop self love. That's something you have to work for. And when I speak of self love, I'm not just talking about the outer appearance that's included in it, but that is not solely what I'm speaking of. Self love comes from within. You can tell the way a person speaks, the way a person carries themselves, the things they do. You can tell if they love themselves or not. You can just tell. And sometimes people can get that misunderstood and mixed up and think that it's you being cocky or conceited, but that's not the case. How in the world can you love on people if you don't even know how to love yourself correctly? It's impossible. I mean, you can fake it till you make it all day, but it's really impossible to do. So, through this journey that I've been on, I have learned so much about myself that I didn't know. A lot of things I thought I knew, but when I had to take like a deep dive into certain areas, that's when I really, really started to see some things. And it just made me evaluate my life differently. And you just won't accept anything when you are appreciating yourself, when you're loving yourself, when you're taking care of yourself. You want to accept the bare minimum. If somebody's coming at you and they don't have their stuff together mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sometimes physically, if it's not together, you're not even going to waste your time. Respectfully. Respectfully. You don't have to be rude to people to let them know that you're not interested in them. Just let them know. I'm not interested. If they want to know why, be honest. I don't think we have anything in common. Or the goals that I have, I don't think they're in alignment with yours. And if a person is not willing to accept you being honest and letting them know how you feel, then clearly they were immature to begin with. And you just dodged a lifetime headache because If you can't even have an intelligent conversation, a mature conversation about your life and something that's going to affect you and your well being, well, you don't even need to waste your time even trying to talk to them or explain things. Don't waste your time. Don't do it. And overall, you guys, I am having the most amazing day. It is 11:24 p.m. my time. Usually, I try to record my podcast in the mornings or at least around lunchtime, but I've been really busy typing papers and doing a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I know I may sound like I'm exhausted, which I am a little bit, but I wanted to create this episode for you all. I skipped yesterday, so I didn't want to skip today as well. I wanted to come on here and, leave something for you all. Let you all know that I am thinking about you all. I am wishing love and light for everyone. Hope everyone is maintaining, living life, enjoying life, not letting the negativity get to you or the negative people. Don't let the negative people get in your head and try to knock you off track because you have places to go. You have people to see. You have things to do. So you don't have time for the negativity that may come your way. In this season of our lives, we're going to be happy. We're going to be so happy. We're going to enjoy life and just make memories. I always say it's so important to make memories. If you don't have anyone to make the memories with, make them with yourself. I love taking pictures, selfies, and I enjoy taking them. And some people may get that misunderstood and think that it's, you know, when people do that, they're self absorbed or, being stuck up or cocky or whatever. But I always say, one of these days, we have to get older. I mean, if I'm honest, we're all going to get older, right? So why not take as many photos as you can and create those memories so that when you are older, you can just sit back and look. You can enjoy the memories that you made. I don't know why a person would not want to have memories. You could probably share those memories with your children or your grandchildren or your great grands or whoever. So my advice to you is to take as many pictures as you can. Mm. If you want to post them, post them. I know people are probably sick of me posting, but I enjoy it. And I think that everyone should do it, you know, just enjoy it. And if people don't like the pictures, they don't have to stick around, you know. They can just keep scrolling or just, mind their own business, and stay off of your page or your timeline or whatever the case is. But I say enjoy your life. Don't let anyone shortchange you and make you feel uncomfortable sharing what you love to do. Don't let anyone do that. For many, many years, I was in a bubble, I'll say. And I say that because I was always worried about what other people had to say or, yeah, basically, just worrying about what other people had to say. So at this point in my life, I'm not worried about what other people have to say. Especially if I'm doing something positive and it's bringing me joy, it's making me happy. I'm gonna continue to do it. I think a lot of times when people are miserable and they don't have a life and nothing going on for themselves, sometimes they just sit around and try to put other people down. Some people would even call it hating on other people that are making moves and trying to do things. Like, who has time to do that? Why would you sit up and take time out of your day to put someone else down because they're doing something that brings them joy and makes them happy? They say misery loves company. So sometimes when these people are miserable and don't have anything going on, sometimes they just want you to be that way too. I know I'll take TikTok for example. When I used to post certain things, especially the things where I'm being positive, like my videos, um, I would probably get like maybe 10 likes, 20, 30, 40 likes. And then I would look at someone else's page that's not being positive and they have hundreds, thousands of likes. So then when I didn't know any better, looking at things like that would actually bother me because I was like, I'm trying to motivate, uplift, and encourage other people. I'm being myself, I'm being creative, I'm doing what I love to do, I'm doing what brings me joy, makes me happy. Wow. Sorry, you guys. That is live podcasting right there. But I'm doing what makes me happy and brings me joy, right? So I would never, going forward, I would never bring myself down to feeling low about being positive and posting positive content and not getting the likes, the hearts, the comments. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to keep doing what I feel like I'm supposed to do. And that is to encourage other people. That is to keep spreading love like I've been doing for years. And to just keep being happy and not worry about who's not liking my content and who's not commenting. I'm not worried about that anymore. I'm not. But I can say that, if you let it get to you, it will. It's rather discouraging. But to all the content creators out there that may be experiencing that, like, you're putting out great content, it's positive, but people are constantly scrolling by and not liking your content, your messages. Don't let that get you down. Keep going. Keep posting. And you know what? The right people that are supposed to find your content is going to find it at the right time. You don't even have to worry about that. And sometimes your content may be useful for some people. It might touch some people, but they just don't like it. They don't press the like button, they don't comment. But the point I'm making is, as long as you're getting the message out there that you're trying to portray, as long as you're putting out positive, you're going to get positive right back. You're going to get it right back. I used to get discouraged about this podcasting. Boy, I tell you, it used to really, really, really get to me. So let me tell you, I started out with this podcasting on Facebook it's been over 3 years. Started out over there because on Facebook, majority of the people on my page are family and friends. So I don't have anyone on my page that I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I know these people are gonna rock with me. I know they're gonna, you know, support me. I know they're gonna like my content. I know they're gonna go listen to the podcast. Let me tell you something. I only had a couple of people to actually support the podcast. Now, keep in mind, I know podcasting is not for everybody, and I know people are busy and all. I get all of that. I know it. But you're going to make time for what's important to you. You can work every day of the week. You get a lunch break. You have to get dressed in the mornings before work. There's a drive home from work. There's also a time when you lay down at night to, get comfortable. You get ready to go to bed. So at some point, some of those people could have pressed play on the podcast and just listen. They didn't even have to listen to the entire episode. Just pressing that play button helps out. It lets the platforms know that, look, this person is worth listening to, and I can also make money off of it. But the point I'm making is, I came a long way from darn near begging my family. These are my blood relatives, family, and so called friends to press the play button and support me on the podcast. I went from that to now being played in over 50 countries. Hmm. You can't tell me that the Most High is not good. Being played in over 50 countries. Okay. Being played on 10 platforms as of today. I named them for you in the beginning of this episode. Getting encouraging feedback from listeners from all over the world that don't even know me. I went from begging people that are family members and, people that I think would support me to complete strangers, supporting, listening to the podcast, the episodes, pressing that play button, showing love. And I'm very thankful. That is a testimony within itself for anyone that's doing something and you feel like it's not your time. You feel like you don't have support. You just want to give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't throw the towel in. Keep going. If you are doing something positive, keep going. Eventually, you're going to reach your people, the people that rock with you, people that support you with no motives, people that love you. I believe that the Most High will align you with those people. But don't give up. Do not give up. Because there were many days that I wanted to. There were gaps in between the episodes, months at a time, where I was just discouraged. I really didn't want to record. And then I was doubting myself. I was like, you know, I know that what I talk about is not for everybody. And why come they're not listening or supporting? I was just doubting myself, beating myself up basically for not getting the support that I felt like I was giving other people. Because if anybody knows me in real life, if you ask me to support, I'm gonna support. Sometimes you don't even have to ask. Because that's just the thing to do if that's your family or friend, right? You're supposed to support each other. You shouldn't have to twist anyone's arm, constantly send them links to things that you're doing, and then realize that they're not even paying attention to it. That's hurtful. It's really hurtful, but it caused me to have thick skin. So it went from being hurtful to, you know what? They don't have to support, and I'm okay with it because I know that the right people are going to receive this message or any of the messages that I have on the episodes. They're going to receive it when they're supposed to. So I hold my head up and I keep going because I know that I'm being positive and talking about positive things and encouraging other people. And I'm going to continue to do that. To some people, that may be boring. They don't want to hear someone constantly talk about being positive or talk about spreading love, being kind to people, helping people in need. That's boring to some people. They don't want to hear things like that. But if you come here, that's what you're going to get. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about. And regardless as to where I go in life, how much money I make, I will never forget where I came from. I will continue to be humble, to help other people any way I can because that's the right thing to do. Sometimes people evolve in life and just don't even reach back and help anyone. They just continue on with their life and don't give back, don't help. It doesn't always have to be financial. You can always talk to someone, you can mentor them, you can give good advice, you can post positive things on your social media to maybe help encourage someone else. You never know who's listening and what people are going through. And you just may say the right thing at the right time to make them feel better about whatever it is that they're going through. That's why when I get on here, I share experiences and things that I've gone through because my experiences could possibly help someone else. And then when I listen to other people's podcasts or YouTube and I listen to their stories, it's like, wow, I'm not the only one. Wow, I can actually learn something from this person. So it's good to actually share experiences and things with people because your story, your life may be a blessing and may help someone else. So I'm going to continue to spread positivity, love, light, happiness. I'm going to continue to post things like that on my social media. That's not going to ever change. And it's crazy because I was looking at my YouTube from over 3 years ago and I was playing some of my videos and I was talking about the same things that I'm talking about now, just in a different way. So this is not something that I just picked up yesterday or last month and decided I was just going to jump on here and, start speaking about positivity. This is something that I've been talking about for a really long time. And I'm going to continue to talk about it because not only could I be helping someone else, it's helping me as well. I'm speaking to you, but I'm also speaking to myself. I'm encouraging myself along with you all because, I lose motivation sometimes. I'm not perfect, but as long as you get back up and get back on track, you're good. You're going to be fine. Just don't stay there. Don't stay in a dark place, in a negative place. You don't live there anymore. Strive for positivity always. Good vibes always. And that'll make your life so much better. So, you guys, on that note, I am going to go ahead and end today's podcast. I thank you so much for joining me. Once again, if you're listening to me at 6 a.m. on my Feel the Beat web radio station, thank you for getting up to support. If you're listening to me on any of my other platforms, thank you for pressing the play button and showing support, showing love. If you've listened to this entire episode, I really appreciate you. Because I know sometimes it may be hard to listen to someone talk and go on and on and on, especially if you don't relate to what they're talking about. But if you're listening and you stayed the entire episode, I really appreciate you more than you'll know. Thank you. You can email me. I'm going to give you my email once again. If you have episode ideas, you just want to comment, you can email me at KIMIJO774 at gmail.com and I'll be sure to get back with you. Just allow me one day to respond. You can message me on Spotify. You can also message me on my Feel the Beat web radio station. Um, if you're on my TikTok, the web station's link is on my main page. All you gotta do is go to my profile page and click that link. It'll take you right to the radio station. If you are not on my TikTok, you can go ahead. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. You can access my radio station. There is a hold on, let me make sure I get the exact website for you guys. It is Feel the Beat web. Hold up. It is Feel the Beat radio dot webradiosite.com. That is how you get to the web station. So Monday through Friday, I play my podcasts, and after the podcast goes off at 6:30, I play music for the remainder of the day. So the web station is a 24-hour station. There's always some music going on over there, or you can catch my podcast 6 a.m. to 6:30 Monday through Friday. Also on Sundays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I play gospel music. I play all types of gospel music. There's some old school gospel, there's some rap, there's just R&B, all kind of gospel music, but the message is still the same. It's celebrating the Most High. So if you love gospel music, join me from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sundays on the web station. I'm trying to make sure I covered everything for you guys. Um, yeah, I think that's everything for now. But I want you all to have the most amazing day. Make someone else smile. Make someone else's day better. Be the light for people that are still in darkness. Flash a smile for no reason. Hold the door open for someone. Tell someone that you love them. And just be your greater self. I want you all to know that the Most High loves you, and I love you as well. So you guys go ahead and have that great day.